Hi everyone. Trust was our word of the week. And so I came face to face with what I perceived to be a betrayal. Someone dared to get mad at me because they understood something a certain way. And fresh off the heels of a heartbreak, you tend to bolster yourself and say, no, not getting hurt again. Not going to let anybody cross certain lines again. And so where I might have yielded in the past and tried to at least hear their point of view, I dug my heels in and I'm like, oh, no, no, no. What an impasse. Two strong-willed people unwilling to yield, neither willing to acquiesce even a point of the argument. And it made me physically ill, like I was sick. And I bring up the word trust because there are some things that do not deserve a second chance. Physical abuse, true abuse, lying, cheating. Those things are true character flaws that, to me, are one strike and you're out, basically. But then there are the other affairs of the heart that, when you're getting to know new people, you don't know their backstory. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what hurts lead them up to this very day and time, nor do they know yours fully. My digging in my heels and the other person's anger and rage were coming from places of wounds. But I was convinced they're cut off. And the Holy Spirit kept just nudging at me and saying, really? Really? And here's an important step to know whether you should try to trust again. And that is empathy. Can you put yourself in their shoes for just a little bit and perhaps see things from their point of view? If you can, and there is a glimmer of validity to their point of view, or perhaps an untold story that needs to be told so you can understand why their reaction was so crazy, then it's worth it to go back in there again. Nobody wants to be in a friendship where there's constant clashing and fighting. So in going back in there again, you're cautious and you do have your guards up, but you're not willing to completely write it off. So not only was the Holy Spirit telling me that, but my good friends, the week before our word was sister and brotherhood. And the fact is there is wisdom in a multitude of counselors. And my friends were like, before you do anything drastic, since you genuinely care for this friend, maybe you should ask for a sign. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask for a ridiculous sign. One that in no way could it ever happen. And, the universe rolls their eyes and laughs. And I asked for a ridiculous sign that I should give this person another chance to be my friend. I was actually excited that I would not get that sign. And you know how this story ends, right? I got the sign in Technicolor. Now, a conversation ensued, and we go back carefully, gently, learning about each other and finding out about each other. And we'll see, because I'm not all in, but I'm not all out either. So when making those own decisions in your own life, try the empathy thing first, and if you need a sign, ask for a sign, because none of us want our hearts trampled on again. And I'm just talking about a friendship here. You know, it's just a whole new life for me. I had everything settled. Everything was calm and settled. I knew who my friends were. I knew my people. I knew my sphere of influence. And then it all just went. Of course, it was my own choice to do that, so I get that. But learning how to negotiate life now as a single woman is a whole new ball of wax. I have great, proper respect for all of you out there that are walking that walk. But we all have friendships, and we're all dealing with past betrayals and trust issues. And I'm really glad for my posse of trustworthy friends who give me good advice when my temperature is through the roof. It's the Italian in me. How do we follow trust? Gee, I would love a really happy word like humor. What do you think? Something a little light and fun? My mom will be in town this week, so I want a word for what's going to happen when mom's here, and for all of you out there as well. So Holy Spirit, I'm putting my fingers in the bag. What do we need a good dose of this week? And the answer is support. Okay, support. We all need support, and we also need to give support. And it just goes right along with sister brotherhood and trust. This is not a solo affair. Our lives, if we had to just count on ourselves and our own wisdom, no, there's wisdom in a multitude of counselors. Don't be afraid to reach out and get support. Don't be afraid to even consider perhaps that you might be wrong. I know, shocking, right? But the great thing about good friends is even when you're terribly wrong, they'll support you. They may not support your point of view, but they'll be there for you until you come around.